for the kitchen. The last of the series until September.
Until September,
right?
Until September, yeah.
Okay.
We're taking a short break.
Little break, okay. But perennial plants.
Perennial plants, and the word perennial means that it flowers every year. And people always look for that. You know, so they want something they're going to plant at this time of year, but it's going to bloom not just this year, but every year after that.
So you're buying it, but you're investing.
You're investing, and the plants themselves, like this penstemon, will not only flower this year, and this plant will stay in flower until from June, early July, right through to November.
Really? Okay.
But not only that, Anna, it'll actually increase in size. So it'll produce a nice solid plant, probably twice, 3 times the size it is at the moment. It'll only grow about 18 inches to 2 feet in height and flower the whole summer long and every year after that.
Fantastic.
Now, these are Irish-grown plants. Grown by a nursery in Kildare.
We're hearing more of that recently, aren't we?
Yeah, Irish growers, we have a great climate for growing plants.
Of course, yeah. We certainly have plenty of moisture
Plenty of moisture at the moment, but really good nurseries. And this nursery in Kildare, it's a family-owned nursery. They grow this nice and easy range of plants. So look for that in the garden centres because it denotes plants that are very easy to grow.
Okay.
They don't suffer from pests and diseases. Yeah. And if you look for the perennial range, they're going to flower every year.
So low maintenance.
Plants like the penstemons, these lovely calla lilies, which are just coming into flower. This is one called Odessa.
Are they almost black lilies?
Black, nearly black in colour. And we have another variety here called Picasso, which is that beautiful two-tone colour.
Two-tone colour, gorgeous.
Dwarf varieties, they're going to stay low. These are plants actually that love moisture. So if you've got a kind of slightly wet garden, a moist area in the garden or a shaded area, the arm lilies will do very well for you.
Okay, now these are the ones I was admiring earlier on, Paraic. I think they're beautiful.
That's a dahlia called Moonfire. Lovely black foliage or dark brown foliage. Yeah. Just coming into flower at the moment. It's a single flowering variety, but that means that it's going to produce a lot of flowers. And it makes a beautiful cut flower as well. So that's in the dahlia family. Lovely variety.
I love the darkness of the branches and the leaves as well.
The foliage is lovely. Nice long stem. You can cut it, keep it indoors if you want. And again, it'll flower right through to the end of the summer.
Okay.
Garvilias, which again have just started to flower. Beautiful colours in reds, in oranges. And again, that plant will only grow about 18 inches in height, flower right through to the end of the summer. This is one for a sunny part of the garden.
Okay.
So a really nice,
and
easy
they're so simple, aren't they?
So easy, so simple, but a lovely cut flower again, but a really easy plant to grow. It loves the sun and flowers for such a long period.
Okay.
Foxgloves.
Foxgloves are very popular, aren't they?
Very easy to grow. Again, you can grow them from seed at this time of year to flower next year. Or you can plant them as plants at this time of year, the whites and the pinks. And again, I would plant them, Anna, in groups of 3s to form a nice clump effect. Space them about 2 feet apart. Right. And those 3 plants then will form a very large clump. So it'll look more dramatic.
So it'll really effective.
It'll really stand out. It'll really give a lot of colour. Dianthus at the front. Beautiful scented dianthus. Again, it's low growing, lovely for a rockery, for a border. Silver foliage, pink flowers, lots of buds to come on it yet. Again, it likes a sunny location, but again, a plant that will flower this year and every year after that. And again, like I've put them there, put them in little clusters of 3 to get that effect.
They work really well, don't they? When they're put together like that.
So you're better, rather than planting a whole mixture of plants, plant smaller numbers, but plant them in groups of 3.
So plan it properly.
Plan it properly. Again, a nice little dwarf geranium. Again, bronze foliage, lovely blue flowers, low-growing plant. It'd be lovely on a rockery or a slope to give a bit of cover. Again, so simple to grow. Put them in groups of 3s again, and you get that lovely colour.
Let's talk about prices here, Paraic. The perennial flowers, $8.99?
$8.99 for all of this range, or 3 for €25.
Or you could just buy the seeds if you want.
You can buy the seeds.
Start from scratch.
If you wanted. Now, remember, the seeds won't flower this year.
Sure.
So you're starting planning for next season, next summer. So sow the seeds indoors. Now, a packet of foxgloves will cost you a little over €3. There's 200 seeds in the pack.
Wow.
So great value for money. Right. So lots of perennial seeds available at the moment.
So the caring for them, very importantly, because there's no point in planting these guys if you're not going to look after them.
Absolutely, that's critical. So plant them with grow-wise compost, which is very good. I would use some of the slow-release fertiliser in with them, and then I'd feed them during the summer with the liquid 1. And this is very good for all flowering plants, for hanging baskets, window boxes, perennial plants. This will really bring on the colour, bring on extra flowering stems and keep them flowering.
This is liquid?
It's a liquid. It's a liquid. You simply mix it with water and just apply it directly onto the foliage and roots of the plant. But it can be used for all flowering.
That's about $9.99.
It's $9.99 and very simple to use.
Okay, great. Can we talk about kitchen herbs? Because these are really trendy now these days, aren't they?
We're into that time of year of garden herbs. So these are actually some really large plants that you can take home, sit on the windowsill.
Lovely.
And cut them straight away. So that's sage, and this is thyme. Again, you can plant them out of doors and in pots and containers. They're very simple to grow, and a great time to get kitchen herbs.
Can they actually live on the windowsill in the kitchen?
They can indeed, yeah.
They don't have to be outdoors?
They don't, but I would keep them short term.
Okay.
Inside, and then really they're outdoor plants, so they're happier out in the garden somewhere, but maybe in a pot or container on your patio, right outside the kitchen door type of thing, and grow them there. They like a sunny location, and they like to be picked and trimmed on a regular basis. That's the secret to herbs.
So there's a bit of care involved. And when we're using them in cooking or whatever, can we literally just...
You can literally cut off the stems, use the foliage after washing. You can also, if you have a lot of herbs, freeze the herbs. Put them into...
Good idea.
Yeah, ice cube trays, freeze the herbs, and then use them anytime during the winter months. Or a lot of them will dry as well. If you cut the foliage and dry them in a brown paper bag, again, you can use them through the winter period.
Okay, brilliant. So what are the most popular herbs, very briefly?
Well, I brought a couple of the popular ones. Thyme, which is here in flower, sage, rosemary, lavender, oregano, basil, chives. There's so many.
And the aromas are gorgeous.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Have those in the kitchen.
They're really, really, really nice.
We'll see you back in September, Paraic.
You will indeed, Anna. Thanks a million.
Thank you very much. Of course, the website gardencentre.ie, and you could visit any of Padraic's garden centres around the country: Dublin, Westport, Castlebar, Galway and Sligo. All over the place. Nationwide. Thank you very much, Paraic.
Thank you, Anna.
Now we'll go back into studio.
Right, actor Matthew McConaughey has become